Last week in Galatians, we saw St. Paul use the metaphor of fruit to encourage us to open our lives to the gentle work of the Holy Spirit in and through us. This week we're turning to St. Paul's letter to the Ephesians, and it's a different metaphor that he's using, that of taking off a coat and putting on a new one. And our reading is from Ephesians 4, beginning at 17. Now I say this and testify in the Lord that you must no longer walk as the Gentiles do in the futility of their minds. They are darkened in their understanding, alienated from the life of God because of the ignorance that is in them due to their hardness of heart. They have become callous and have given themselves up to sensuality, greedy to practice every kind of impurity. But that is not the way you learn Christ, assuming that you have heard about him and were taught in him as the truth is in Jesus. To put off your old self, which belongs to your former manner of life and is corrupt through deceitful desires, and to be renewed in the spirit of your minds, and to put on the new self, created after the likeness of God, in true righteousness and holiness. The new self that we are to put on is God's gift to us. We don't put it on by straining to be good. We put it on by faith and ask God, moment by moment, that we may recognise what the old self is that we are to take off and what the possibilities are of the new self. As Paul wrote to the Thessalonians, test everything. We will never get it all right. So this isn't a competition or an exam. Lent is a time to practice, to see what helps us. And so this week, use the metaphor of taking off a coat and putting on one, to see how we can each put on a coat of compassion, kindness, generosity and peace. And when we fail, as we will do, let us not waste time bemoaning, but let us open ourselves afresh to the love and grace of God, because we are all works in progress.